Gaming.
Hi guys, I'm Nick from Next Level Board Gaming, and today I'm coming at you with a small board game. Made it ridiculously big. It's Tortuga, and it's a small compact game. It's perfect for traveling, and I really enjoy this game. It is a lot of fun, and it goes to 9 players. If you're playing the original version, which plays out in a mat size this big, and you can carry it around. Well, not for me anymore, not any longer. I have built a grand scale of it, and lately our gaming group has less time to play the bigger board games for some time now, and yeah, we are really liking the smaller games at the moment. But with the smaller games, we are missing the components and the immersiveness and all of that kind of stuff. So eventually I found these miniatures. They're actually very good quality miniatures, and they are from the game Dead Man Tell No Tales, and they sell these separately. You can find them in our store if you like them, and if you like to support us. So check that out. But anyways, I found these in our distributor, and there are 7 of them. So I was actually quite happy with that amount, because we are only with 5 to 6 people in our group. So we are not often playing this with a bigger part of the group, and I love this game anyways much more as a 5-player game. So I'm quite happy with the setup for a 7-player game. And yeah, got these big ships. I got them from a Kickstarter, Fire and Sails. So if you like them, you can just go to the Kickstarter page, just contact them. Maybe they will sell it to you. I don't know if they are having already a website where they sell them separately. These little boats, 2 thumbs up for Silver Wolf. Let me check. 2814. You can find them on Thingiverse. Really nice done, mate. Very good job. I really love the people supporting the board game groups, and awesomely done. They fit perfectly in this game. Eventually, you have to build an island. The little trees, you can also buy them at our shop if you like to, and if you want to support us, of course. So without further ado, let's jump in the build and let's see what you think of it. So yes, there we go. We are starting with cleaning up some files that we have printed. I am printing with the Anycubic Chiron. It has a very big bed, 40 by 40 centimeters, so really love the printer. It's a very nice one. Printed it in a 0.2 layer height. Speed recommended on 40 ms. Because of the guns, they are sticking out, and if you're printing on a lower rate, then it's easier to support overhangs, and you don't have to print the supports themselves. These boats, these ships, I have scaled them, and the big one, it is 112 guns. I have scaled it up with 350%. The second gun is the one that we are going to paint black later on, is the 65 gun ship. It is scaled on 450%. And the last gun is the Spanish galleon. Well, it will represent the Spanish galleon. It's a 36 gun ship, and it's also scaled at 450%. As you can see in the video, I'm clipping out some of the details of the ship. It is it belongs for if you want to build the complete ship, but for our build it is not necessary. And I didn't want to fool around with the STL file, so I just printed it and thought I will clip it out later. It's not much of a problem to clip in it. So later on we will paste some numbers there for placing your miniatures, so we're not going to see anything about it. Then just priming up the ship, and the first primer, the first color for the color of the deck is the Army Painter Leather Brown. I really like that color for a brown color. And the other one is the Chaotic Red. So we're going to have a red ship, a black ship, and a brown ship. Later on, you will see that. I am not that worried about the details of the ships. I am more or less fine with how they are going to look after spray painting. At the moment, I am not in the luxury of a lot of time, but I really wanted to spend my little time that I have free to build a small project for this. So yeah, if you're going to build this yourself and you want to paint more details, feel free, of course, and best of luck. The ships are very, very beautiful, and you can do a lot of things with them. So there is a lot of details in them that you can paint for yourself. Really nice work from Fire and Sails. Again, check them out on the Kickstarter. You can contact them and maybe you can get these files for yourself if you just write them an email. You never know. The last ship is the smaller one, is the Spanish Galleon. I will paint it a little bit lighter, in a lighter color, a bone color for the deck. And the outside is gonna be leather brown, so we have more or less like a red ship, a black ship and a brown ship. Then we have 2 fire markers. Don't know why I made 2 of them. I was really thinking that I needed to have 2 of them, but you only need 1. So the rowboats from Silverwolf 2814. You can find them on Thingiverse. I really like these rowboats. I didn't even scale them. The 28mm is just perfectly fine. So yeah, thanks a lot, Silverwolf 2814. Very much appreciated for sharing these files that you made. Then we are just going to hand draw Tortuga on a piece of foam board. This is the constructional foam board. It's a 4 centimeters, so 40mm thick. It's very cheap, and you can get them at any warehouse store. So yeah. And of course, as we all know, with creating stuff, you are more or less the master of your own piece. So in my opinion, Tortuga doesn't have to look exactly like Tortuga, and it definitely does not have to be in scale for this game. So yeah, just cut out with a hot wire. Keep the hot wire at an angle and just move it around a little bit so that you don't get even lines. That you get a distorted slope. Then the nice thing with this foam is that you can burn it quite a lot. It doesn't immediately melt or evaporate, and you can really sculpt with it like this. I didn't have my creme brulee burner at hand, so I just used a regular lighter, but yeah, except for burning your fingers a few times, it works quite nice. Here I'm going to make some indents with with the lighter, and it's going to represent the French and the Spanish side, where you can put your golden chest. After that's done, you're going to check out a little bit, of course. And as I'm always saying, playing the game and not being obstructed by your 3D modeling files and all of your fancy stuff, the most important thing is that the game will play. And you're not going to be obstructed by your game, otherwise you're never going to play your game on this, if you're going to be annoyed. So yeah, we're just testing out with some palm trees. And we have them in our shop as well. If you'd like to have a few of these yourself, just check it out. We really appreciate the support that you guys are giving us, and it will definitely help us to continue doing these projects. So as you see, I'm looking down on the file, not on the file. I'm looking down on the modeling and just checking all the angles, if it works. And now I have a very cheap paint that has some texture in it, some kind of a sand, so texturized paint. Painting that all over the foam, and then some PVA glue to strengthen it, and then I will throw in some extra gravel. Right now we're going to spray paint the island itself, and already heads up, this is not going to be the final result of the island. So, but I didn't want to cut it out of the video because my mistakes can be your learning process. So yeah, just check it out what I'm doing here, check out the results and what it will eventually look like, and you will get an idea why I decided to redo the island later on. So yeah, again, thanks to Silverwolf 2814 28mm rowboats. You can find it on Thingiverse if you are up to this build. And the little houses you see here that I'm painting now the roofs of, it's all in the fire and sales package that you could get from Kickstarter. Again, if you want to build this, contact those people and maybe they will let you buy it again. So good luck with that. After painting the roofs a little bit, I decided to give it a wash, and I really prefer washing with the Seraphim Sepia from Citadel. I prefer it actually now over the use of Agrax Earthshade. Agrax Earthshade is, in my opinion, nowadays a little bit too harsh, a little bit too dark. I have loved that color for a long time, but now sepia is my color to go. So this is where I made the biggest mistake. The base colors are not that bad of the island itself at this moment, but I decided to give it a quick wash with the quick wash dark tone, and that was a huge mistake. This island is going to look very dark, very grim. It's going to be looking more like a rock than an island, so don't do this if you're doing it. So yes, here we are, repainting the island basically. So just Everland Sunset. I like it as a darker yellow, and on top of it we're going with the skeleton bone, and we're all doing this while the paint is still wet, so you can blend it in one of another. Basically just go from a yellow to a lighter color on top of it, of course. Eventually I gave this 2 coats, not just 1, 2 coats. And on top, like on top of the top, like you're going to visualize that this is more like a mountain range. I will paint some very light green. So it's going to give a nice undercoat for the grass that we're going to put on top of it. And also just while the paint is wet, so it blends in together, and you stipple this. Don't try to brush it because it will look weird. Just stipple it. It's an easy method. And of course my paint shaker, just the best tool I have painting. It works with Army Painter bottles, it works with Citadel pots. It's just one of the greatest things. So here we go, painting all of these guns. I'm not going to show you all of them because it was the most boring job ever. But yeah, around 250 guns. So keep it up, bro. And then a quick wash with the Seraphim Sepia. as mentioned before, I just love that color as a shade. So yeah, and also I don't prefer the dark colors anymore. Made the mistake once, so not making it twice. While it's wet, it looks much darker than it's going to eventually be. After this, dry brushing, of course, just with some light colors. Don't have to show you that, everybody knows the dry brushing technique, so thought I would skip that. Now in the two indents that we made earlier with the lighter, we're going to hand draw the sigil of the French and hand draw the sigil of the British. And then hand painting it in. I was actually surprised it came out that well, in my opinion, because it's a very uneven surface, and I thought it was just going to look damn ugly in the end, but I'm happy with the result, so I hope you're too. So as you can see, we are finished with the sign for the French and the sign for the British. What we are going to do now is we're going to feather out the edges, because I wanted to immerse more with the island itself. So Seraphim Sepia to all the edges. Then we take the same skeleton bone that we have painted the island with. And while everything is still wet, we are going to blend everything in with the same color of purple in this case. And just feathering it. Keep feathering it until you are satisfied with your feathering. So I think it gives a great look to it, like it belongs there. I wasn't sure at first about the technique, if it was going to work out well, but thanks to the Seraphim Sepia, the wash in the beginning, the under layer is very, it stays very wet. The shade doesn't dry that quickly as the paint itself. So it gives a perfect mixture to give you some time to mixing and feathering the colors into the background. After the flocking, I have added some small pieces of rock and some more small bushes, and here and there some scatter. Then we're going over to some tufts, and your island is basically going to be done after this step. Alright everybody, so that was the build of the board game Tortuga. I hope you liked it. We definitely do like it. As till this moment, every board game has accomplished all the steps that I really think it is a must for building 3D board games. So again, you have no obstructions of the game. It can play just the same as you are playing on the small mat, only more immersive. So what you need is the miniature pack of Dead Man Tell No Tales. We have them available in the shop if you like it and if you want to support it. Great, thanks a lot for that. Little trees, we do have them. We sell them in packs of 3, some of them 5 or 6, but just check them out if you want to build this game and you are able to support us. Thanks again. Again, thanks to the Silver Wolf. Find it on Thingiverse, these small ships. Big ships. Very great STL files. Fire and sales. Find them through the Kickstarter. Contact them if you want them. Scaled this one up on 350% size. The other two, the black and the brown ship, I scaled them up 450%. And the fire marker is scaled up around 300% approximately. And yeah, so you need the size to fit your miniatures inside here. And thanks for watching. Hopefully see you soon in the next game upgrade or box insert or whatever video is coming up next. And have a good day. Bye bye.